welcome to the Knights of the Smith Dinner Table Real Play video of Extinction Curse. We are on episode 6, 7, somewhere in there. I've lost track.
We're still in book one.
We're still in book one. That's all you guys need to know. And as per usual with Extinction Curse, I am going to hand the reins back over to Mr. Lawson so he can continue our carnival tale.
Tonight, I am the big bad evil guy. That's the name I'm going with. Because I didn't manage that. I didn't take Fixia's death that happened last week as a kill count for me. It's kind of just in this nebulous, like, off to the side margin because it was a natural one on a medicine check that killed Fixia. So we're going to be introduced to a new character here in a little bit, but that's not today. Not this moment in time. Right now, you guys are standing around. You've rescued Harlock. You killed everyone, including a party member. What are you guys going to do?
Well, I will make my way up towards Harlock, bow to him. Your Grace, I apologize that we could not get here sooner, but we ran into a few issues along the way.
There's definitely been a few issues.
However, I did hear some of those fallen speaking of a ghoul problem.
Yes, from what I understand, some ghouls have gotten into the crypt as well. If you folks would like to take an evening to rest, I will heal what wounds I can. And if you can finish that problem, since the majority of my congregation were converted into evil. And after you dispatch these ghouls, I'll discuss with you some theories of mine.
Excellent.
And
we lost Mike.
We did lose Sexton.
Oh,
he's not here yet anyway, so
yeah.
Get him back. Pulling against a statue, this and whatever valuables you found goes for his will. This will aid you on your journey. And it's a staff carved in the shapes of animals, and at the bottom, hooked to the staff, is a pair of rings.
Interesting.
Very.
You mean nothing sharp, nothing shiny, a stick, and two bands of metal?
He kind of smirks. This is more than just a stick, and the rings are a little bit shiny.
May I?
Oh, certainly.
And I'll cast a Read Magic Aura on it. That was 14 and 9, 23.
You're getting a conflicting read, as if this one item has multiple auras. And he just kind of, his smirk begins to grow a little bit more. And so it kept those idiots from discovering what these were. And with that, he slides the rings off of the bottom and pulls the carving of the monkey off and hands you each things as 3 separate items.
Alright, in the meantime, I'm going to wander over, because we didn't loot the 2 big baddies, did we?
No.
I'll wander over to the chick. But
it's just the same trident, battered armor, crappy robes.
I will take the tridents, though. Those 2 tridents?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. I need to open up the loot list.
Yes, you do. Especially because there's loot here.
See, this is why I like Tuesday so much. See, there was a little yellow book in this one.
I don't. They're packed somewhere in a box still.
Not a thanks.
All right. So 2 more tridents to the list. I heard.
I'm gonna have those on me, and they'll
Okay.
probably
I won't add those then yet.
as I throw them.
So, now which one do you want to read Aura first? The rings, the monkey head, or the staff itself?
I'm going to do the staff itself first.
All right.
Ah! Natural 20 for a 29.
Well, that is an animal staff.
I have a feeling this would probably be best in the hands of Sprout. As she is the, well, not Sprout, but what's his name?
Well, Sprout could use it too.
Ben's character.
Yeah.
See,
Sam, this is my dad.
and then I'll take a look at the monkey's head. Not quite as good at an 18.
That is a monkey pin.
Monkey pin, don't be flying.
That's a talisman, right?
Yeah.
And last but not least, the rings. That's better. That's a 25.
That's what's known as a doubling ring.
Ooh, that's huge.
Especially for those who use 2 weapons.
Yeah, we were gonna buy one for me.
Danley, I believe these would be best in your hands.
Remember what they do here?
Basically, the property runes on an item in your main hand apply to your offhand. So if you get a +1 rune or a striking rune, it would affect the other weapons if it were on there.
Gotcha. So same for like any rune though? So,
No,
like,
just the property runes.
Okay.
Or not, or fundamental runes, sorry.
Gotcha. Okay, that's what I was confused on. Because like if I put a returning rune on the right one, the left one wouldn't get the returning,
Correct.
but it would get the +1 potent or whatever. Got it.
Right. The
I
potency and
understand.
striking is what would carry over.
And that'll go into my invested items, right?
Yes.
Okay.
You would have to invest them 10 minutes to invest.
Well, I will work on that while we're talking here, I guess.
Well, thank you very much, Your Grace. I am certain that my friends will make good use of those.
As I smack the rings with my hammer.
Go use the large guest rooms for the evening and recuperate before dealing with the ghouls.
I think we should assign a watch to the crypt entrance, just so they don't come into us while we're sleeping.
No, not the whole thing. Like,
I doubt they'll be able to get through the crypt, as Gozer's magic protects.
I'm not going to put a whole lot of faith in your magic, seeing how people turned from your magic and started killing each other. So, I'm going to watch the entrance of the crypt and would like a second person to relieve me.
And he just kind of
I couldn't reach it.
waves you off as you wish, and then
A little prick.
I will take first watch.
I gotta help
Stanley?
with the baby. Be right back.
Would you take the second?
Certainly.
I'll do the last one.
We can split up if you. I mean, I'd like 2 on each if possible, just in case 2 eyes are better than 1. Ghouls have they're disgusting, and whenever I see people fight them, either I don't know if it's fear or something else, but sometimes they'll get touched, go lock solid and fall down, stiff as a board. So if one gets to jump on you, it could be fatal for one, but two, you have someone watching you. They also smell. And
They
they're,
do smell.
and they're like my least favorite undead, period.
That's fine. You two can take the first watch, and then Tristan and I will take the second.
Sounds fair.
We'll just have to rest for a little longer so everybody gets their full rest, but that's semantics.
Now, the only way out is through the crypts, correct?
Correct, unless they are suddenly capable of burrowing through solid stone.
Them claws, though. So that we're trapped in here until we clear the ghouls. And if that's the only way in, one way out, they can't get in, but we can't get out. So we'll be living here until the ghouls are cleared.
No,
Correct.
no, you can leave.
Gotcha.
The front doors are beyond the hallway that leads to the crypt.
Okay.
He
So-
just asked for your guys' assistance on that, since
I just want to.
he's the only priest left.
That's fair. I'm just trying to get a measure on how many entrances there are in and out of this place to know how many doors we need to watch. So you said through the main double doors is the exit door and the crypt.
Correct. What happens is, as we're looking at the map right here, that room with the mural on the floor leads to a set of double doors,
Mm-hmm.
which leads to the exterior portion of the hermitage that's actually facing the outside.
Okay.
And the crypt is off of that hallway.
Well, we will use this mural room as the holdfast for the point. If there's one way in, one way out from both of those entrances, this is the choke point. Both of them meet. So I'd like to hold the mural room until we push forward.
The choke point would actually be that next hallway beyond the mural room.
Because that's where
that-
the rooms are, right?
Yep. And once James gets back, he can
Yeah.
adjust the
Remember we
map and
searched-
reinvite
no, you
Sexton.
weren't. You
He
weren't.
wasn't a part of the group there, but he's been here before, so he knows the passageway.
So for Bobby's sake, we searched a bunch of bedrooms prior to coming into the fish mural.
Mm-hmm.
And so those are the bedrooms we're staying in.
The ones that are south of this mural.
Yes, those are the very nice rooms that he's offered you guys as, the saviors of the hermitage. There are further guest rooms, more simpler ones, further on to the east, past where the crypt entrance is. But the crypt entrance is dug into the mountain itself.
We'll get to sleep in nice beds, like full
Yes.
mattresses, not just like hay bales.
Nothing like feathers and feathers and linens instead of straw and rough spun. Anyway, So-
I will take these few minutes to invest the doubling rings, and then as far as healing goes, was he healing us or are we?
He's got to recuperate his spells. So before you guys cracked the crypts to go after the ghouls, he had offered to use his magics to heal you guys.
Okay. So do I need to worry about getting healed, or will I be?
No, you guys are going to end up being at full, because he's
Okay.
just going to pray for nothing but healing and ensure that you guys are up.
Gotcha. Okay.
And
I just
then-
want to make sure I didn't need Sprout doing medicine checks while we're waiting.
Nope. And then
Okay.
he'll have heals whatever he doesn't need to use. He'll be able to get you guys good again afterwards. And it's told you all you could even take a few days, but he's withholding some information, is what he said. Once you take care of the ghoul problems, he would tell you some theories he has about the issues of plaguing the area.
Right.
What's Ben's character's name?
I don't remember.
What's what?
Ben's
character.
character.
the druid.
Talon.
Talon. I was just trying to write it next to the staff. I like to keep track of it as well.
What was that, Steph?
It's an animal staff.
Gotcha.
Did he give the monkey pen to somebody?
He didn't say much about it.
No, the monkey pin, I don't think anybody spoke up and claimed it, but I can tell you what it does.
Yeah, it helps you climb. It turns failure into success and success into critical success, I believe, prior to a athletics climb check or an acrobatics.
I think we have an angry little person that could benefit that. Wink, wink, farther down the line.
Yeah. I mean, it seems like you needed it because you couldn't climb out of an air duct.
Oh my god.
I can't hit you easily, but I can sure inconvenience you.
I can do it.
I'm gonna take a minute to kick that body one more time, and then we'll continue.
Because he looks like he's got a cool, like, I don't know, I guess it's a trident on his back. He's got cool armor on, though.
So, but yeah, if everyone's, so you're talking about what'd you do with your ring? It's called
a doubling ring. And
no, the action you took for over 10 minutes. Is that like to attune to it?
Yes.
Yeah, essentially.
They call it investing in second edition,
Okay.
but basically attuning. You can have a maximum of 10 items invested at one time.
Unless you take a feat, I think you can get a feat that has more investments.
Well, all right.
Or a good stockbroker.
Tristan, invite back.
We had to roll off the lifting belt.
Yep, and you have the lifting belt, Rook.
Yeah, so he's gonna invest.
Yep. And then on the Path Builder app, there's an actual little button you can click to invest on it.
Excellent.
What did the lifting belt give you again? The bonus athletics checks.
It gives me a +1 to athletics. My strength goes up. It's instead of 5 plus strength, it's 6 plus strength or whatever.
Yeah.
And then today I can just Hulk out and lift something that's 8-fold.
Oh, cool. Okay. I remembered it was an athletics thing, but cool.
All right. Now, Mr. Smith,
Yes.
move the party to F7, if you would, for the next morning as he heals you guys up with a few well-placed bois. Now, Muggsy, yesterday you'd arrived to town looking to see what kind of work is on this small island. It's not very many towns on this island. So you came to one of the smaller ones to see if there was some work to be done. You met the Mayor Haggard on the road, who told you that there was a problem at this place called the Hermitage. And he had already sent some heroes there, but I'm sure they could use some help.
I'll do anything for coin.
Oh, man.
Let's see. And about this time, you would have gotten to the front doors of the place.
I look old.
Huh?
So I look old.
I mean,
That's not you.
I know.
No, Muggsy, you see bodies of tusked frogs out in front of this place as you approach the front doors.
I see. What?
You see bodies of slain, tusked-looking frogs.
Oh. Sounds like you guys had quite a party.
Oh, you're at the front door, Colonel.
No, they are okay. They're still inside.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you do?
Well, I'm gonna take a look around and see all the slain toads, and I guess I'm gonna slowly go inside with my large greatsword drawn. Well, size small, obviously.
Still a great sword. It's just a
Great
little
small
nice
sword.
Yeah. Give me perception checks, everyone who's waiting for the heals to just get finished up.
16. Question for you real quick, Mike.
Hmm.
I still get my regions per day, even though I'm not like back at my home base.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then antidotes. Ghoul fever is considered a disease, right? So
That's a
antidotes
good
would
question.
be useful.
But yeah, it is a ghoul fever is a disease.
Okay. That's all I needed.
I got a 7 on a natural one.
Nice. What'd you get, Rook?
15 for me.
15 Sprout?
27.
27. Oh, Sprout, you definitely hear, and Stanley and Rook also hear the sound of the front door opening. Tristan's probably running through a spell checklist in his head for what's about to happen.
I immediately lower the shield and be on my guard.
Yeah, I'll pull out 2 of the tridents that I get.
I'm gonna make sure everybody knows that we heard the door open.
Harlock goes and opens the door that leads to the...
Fucking old man.
And it's daylight outside, James.
Yes. Let me. Let me find the object I had hidden out here.
And let there be.
Let me add an object. There you go.
There we are. So, Muggsy, you open up the door. You see bloodstains. The bodies inside have been moved because Harlock was busy before he rested last night. And an old, weathered-looking man. Can I help you? We're closed today.
Well, I was sent by the mayor back in town, and I was told that there were some other folks here that needed some help with some killing.
Oh, yes, you must be here to help the ghouls. I didn't know your friends were expecting someone. They're just about to come in. Gozra is great. And Harlock will come back and says, oh, your friend must have been running late.
What friend?
That is the smallest ghoul I have ever seen.
Hello.
Cool.
The name's Muggsy. You know, my friends call me Muggs, but you guys don't look much like my friends. At least not yet, but I was sent by the mayor. I was told you guys needed some help killing. Seems like I got here a little late.
No, you got here just in time.
I guess this would be the third act. So, yeah.
Well, where else do we need to go to start killing?
He points at the boarded up door.
Looks like a good place to start.
Go get him, killer.
So, what all are your guys' names?
And with that, Harlock says, oh, sorry, I'll leave you to it. There's blood to clean. And walks off to go start sprucing up the temple.
Good luck.
I have no reason not to like this guy, but I don't like Harlock. I don't like him.
I just like pictured him over there with like a mopping bucket, just kind of like just literally
Maybe
just trying to mop up
janitor.
blood. Yeah, just like
Third shift.
he just picks up an arm or whatever and just tosses it in a bag.
Oh, man, there's a skull in that cooking pot. I forgot about that. That's gonna be a nice surprise when you cook dinner next. I just went to my chest. I go, Rook.
Hi, Rook. Stanley.
I'm gonna reach out some twigs and say I'm Sprout.
What's that shrub doing here?
I like you.
Nobody knows.
Making sure none of us die, and she's doing a good job of it.
Oh, so you're a healer then?
You got it.
Well, maybe you will come in handy after all.
Healer, team master.
That's my head.
What about you? You seem quiet, and I point at Tristan. Or, well, James.
Do you guys hear something?
So he's going to be one of those. As long as you don't get in my way when I start swinging my axe. My sword. Great sword. Forgot what weapon I had.
I mean, let's go get this over with.
Let's see what little man can do.
Well, Rook, you're not very small.
You can't.
You're not very short. He's pointedly not looking at the halfling.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, yes, because he's in his own mind. Yes, Muggsy here.
Turn.
I'm a New Yorker.
Forget about it. Told him,
But yeah,
come through the door and let him do his thing. So, don't have to worry about, ducking my swings at all, at least. I'll go ahead and go to the door.
Sure.
It is boarded up at the moment.
Not for long.
Athletics check.
Athletics to remove boards so they can be boarded up behind us if necessary. Sure. I'm a tactician, not a brute. That is a 26 to remove boards with my crowbar.
Oh yeah, you pull that out. Pop, 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 pop. Doors are ready to be opened.
Ugh, stairs.
That lead down into the darkness.
I hate stairs.
I mean, stairs for you must be like a mountain.
You have no idea. I'm basically just going to roll down these stairs at this point.
I lead the path. Please do. I want to see this.
No, my friend. You please go first.
Okay. I'll just proceed to shield up in an active guard, walk my way down then. By the way, is there anyone that can shred some light into the darkness, perhaps? Maybe a caster?
I already am.
Oh, excellent. Man, this is so nice. Let's not have to hold the torch.
I can see in the dark, so I'm not too concerned.
Yeah, I didn't get that in the bloodline.
I'll go in the middle of the line here.
That's why they call you halfies.
Ooh.
Yeah, I like looking at everybody's crotch.
I'll give you a slight wink because I'm a hobgoblin, so I'm halfy too.
Happy gang for life, bro.
Ugh.
Never fully accepted in society, gang. High five.
Yeah, it's a motley crew except for the weird human.
Yeah.
Fucking normie,
Fucking
simpy norm. That's all these kids say nowadays.
fucking pigskin.
He'll just come back as a pug, All right. So around the bend. Just smash.
Has to go.
I'll have neck slicer at the ready. Such poetic names, the orcs.
It's like the horse chopper for the goblins.
And dog slicer, don't forget the
I
dog.
have one of those, yeah.
Do.
So horses are just anything that has 4 legs. That just don't know how to tell the difference. Goblins. Wearing goblins are so great.
They are. Now they're playable. They're core.
I like my
They're just
goblin.
like evil, misunderstood children in this, and I love it.
Old Kemis.
They're like evil because they don't know any better.
Yep. And this group, there's some civilized goblins these days.
Well, as civilized as you can get.
We had a
Go
whole trio
left
of
and
us.
right.
So it appears to be a mummy in front of me. What am I looking at with this wrapped up corpse?
Very, very old bones. You know that it is in chronological order, so the first corpses you come across are the oldest corpses in this crypt.
Hmm. I'm gonna go ahead and I'll go ahead and pull out a torch real quick, and I'm gonna light it up, just so I can get a nice, if possible, get a nice view of where I'm at, so I don't, because we're getting that light bend around the corner. I just don't like walking into the dark, so I'll go ahead and spark a light up myself.
Okay. Are you putting away the
I'll put
shield or the?
next slicer. The shield's
Okay.
a good weapon and a good AC, so.
Is there anything I can see better than what he's seeing with dark vision?
Not really, because the light's kind of messing with your dark vision.
I'll go ahead and walk to the left.
Okay. And
Then I will stand here, James.
let's see. Now, as you get to that corner, in front of you, it looks to be a cave-in occurred.
Perception, real quick. Just, I'm not a good judge of minds, but just to see if there's anything that looks unstable or if this is in the danger of collapsing any other further. I mean, I'm no expert, but just anything seems. Crit 1, it's all going to cave in on us. I know it.
No, actually, it looks really sturdy.
Now, does it actually look really sturdy, or do I think that it's really sturdy?
That's what you think.
Okay.
I mean, to your eye, yeah, it caved in, but there's no danger here.
All right.
As a matter of fact, you think you might see, like, part of one of the bodies must have had a ring or something. Looks like there was a gleam within that.
I'll go. You know what? Lawful neutral. I am not going to rob the graves, so I'll leave the body with what it was laid with to rest. So.
Anything that way, Rook?
Cave-in. Whole lot of cave-in.
Alright, I guess we'll head down my way then. The other direction.
I'll go ahead and fall in behind Stanley. So,
Alright, I'm gonna continue down the hall. And then I will step to the right here and say I'll hold here. You wanna check the front?
yeah, I'll go ahead. If he's taking a side step, I'll go ahead and move forward to the end of that hall.
I'll go ahead and move up with Rook. Yeah, I was gonna say from where I'm going.
Okay. What next?
I guess I'll shift right. I'll tell Muggsy, make sure no one bites on our heels.
All right, I'll watch your back.
Even though he's at perfect heel biting height.
Nah, I bite asses.
I mean, whatever gets you to the top of the mountain. Don't go in there.
And Stanley, what are you doing?
I will stay at this intersection now until Tristan tells me otherwise.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a perception check.
21.
21. Yeah, you see coming around the corner. There we go. And with that, let's get some initiatives.
Ugh, rules.
Nice. 29.
First, roll for Muggsy.
Natural 20 for the perception.
Total of 10.
Brooks got a 10. Stanley,
23.
23. Tristan.
19.
And Sprout.
She's got an 11. She's on the phone on a work call right now, so I'll kind of dictate her for a second.
Work. I don't think she had that anymore.
They're doing a senior parade tomorrow because it's their last day, so a drive-through parade thing at the school.
Stanley, what's your initiative modifier?
7 overall, plus 0 for wisdom.
Okay, so 7 overall. All right. Well, Muggsy, at the moment, you're not certain what's going on. So, what are you doing?
Well, did I hear any noise or did I hear anything? Okay.
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Okay. 17.
17? No.
Okay.
So you were just following Rook, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, I was. Well, I'm going to take a peek, I guess, down both hallways. So I want to move up where Rook was for the time being and just kind of cover his back in the hallway where he was at.
Okay.
And then, let's see. Then, can I ready an action with my last two? Okay.
You can 2 actions to ready. So great sword ready for versus approach, that sort of thing.
Yep, that works.
Okay. And all right. Rook and Muggsy, I need a perception check from you.
All right.
18.
18.
14.
14. All right. Well, you are going to be caught unawares as number 2 is going to rush at Rook.
Cack.
It'll take him 2 actions to get there. And Rook, what's your AC?
21.
21. Yeah. Just claws rake across your armor as a ghoul rushed out in front of you while you weren't paying attention.
No damage?
Nope. It
Yep.
missed by 2, so your armor protected you from the claws.
And now that I get a little initial shock from that swipe, and then I just grin. I've been looking for you.
Hey, baby. Come here up.
And it grins with this long tongue that licks into its earlobe and says, "Your marrow will be delicious."
Yeah, you're my least.
Okay. Now, Stanley, you saw one, so you're not going to be flat-footed, but nothing rushes for you. As moving down the hallway, back behind number 2, number 3 shows up. Stanley, it's your action. You hear metal screeching up north, and then Rook bantering with a creature of some sort.
Alright, I will tell Tristan, I've got one here, stay behind me. And then I will mark him as my prey and then throw 2 tridents at him.
Okay, so there will be a -2 on the first trident because I believe they're throwing 20, correct?
Yeah, throwing 20, so there'll be a penalty. So that is a 19 to hit.
19 will hit.
That is a d6 plus 4, so 6 points of damage.
Okay.
And he's my target. They're not agile, so
So -5 on this one.
It's a -3 because he's my target.
Right, but then the -2 for the range penalty.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So -5 total. So that's a 19 on the die. So that is a 21.
Will also hit.
Good. And that is max damage at 10.
Oh,
That is
you
my turn.
are stabbied. And as you throw that, number 4 comes rushing at you. And he will get 1 swing in.
20 is my AC.
And that will hit. I need 2 fortitude saves.
A 24
Okay.
and a 19.
All right. And you take 6 points of damage. All right, Tristan. There is action coming from both sides you're hearing.
So, I know that the heavy hitters are up front, and Stanley is back here by himself. So I will step, which gives me enough that I can see him. And then he is going to do the chicken dance.
Electric arc.
Yep. Where's my damn dice? There they are.
And 19 DC, if I recall correctly.
That is correct. 7 points of damage.
Okay. He doesn't dance quite as satisfactorily as you would like him to.
And that's me.
Okay. And now we go to number 1. Who will move forward. With his first action, his second action will be to move behind Tristan. We'll try an acrobatics here.
17 is the DC for me. I don't know what Stanley's is.
What reflex? You need my reflex DC?
Yeah.
18 for me.
18. All right. He manages to dip, duck, dive, and dodge his way there.
All the D's.
All the D's. And he is going to attempt to bite Tristan. But a 14 will not hit.
True story, yo.
Shizzle.
Sprout, there's an undead thing really next to you.
Yeah, I see that. He's like, let's touch me. Hold on.
Sorry, we just got
I lost my
that
phone.
over.
Can I? There's 4 of them.
You can only see the one, but you heard something scrape against Rook's armor and him banter with it, and then you heard another something towards Stanley.
All right. Can I just first try to stab him with my trident?
Absolutely, you can try that. It'll be even better if you succeed it.
I got a 16.
A 16 does succeed it.
For 9 points. Nice.
9 points. Well, there was a ghoul right next to you.
Wow, look at me go. So I guess I will step forward and can I stab him from there?
You can't even see anyone from there.
Okay. Nikes. I'll just stand there.
One action left.
What to do?
Do you have the shield cantrip?
Yeah, I'll use my shield cantrip.
There you go. No wasted actions here. Rook, this one decided to stand there and fight you.
You're muted.
Bobby, you're muted.
I thought I unmuted myself. Well, poor bastard. I'm going to go ahead and drop my torch at my feet as a free action.
Mm-hmm.
From my shield, I'll draw my orc knuckle bone knife, and then I'll make 2 attacks on him. The first is going to be a 13, which will miss. The second swipe, it's an agile, so it don't take quite as much as a penalty.
Right.
That comes out as a 20.
That'll hit.
That deals max damage of 10. And those are my 3 actions.
All right, Muggsy. They are there.
All
You're
right.
back there. What are you going to do?
Well, can I attempt to tumble through or go under those 2 to get to the far side of 3 with 1 athletics check? Or what I need?
1 acrobatics check? Yes.
Sure. Easy. Okay. That is a 16 plus 6. Yes. So 23.
Yeah, you
No,
just kind of
22. Math.
just run up that little alcove there, spring off to the other alcove, and jam right behind number 3.
All right. And then can I use my ready to action for my last turn?
No, since
Okay.
it's your new turn, but you just have 2 actions left.
Okay, that's fine. I'll go ahead and swing then with my great sword. And that is a 22 to hit. No, 21 hit. Sorry. And shit. All right, that is 5 damage for that one.
Okay.
And then I'm going to spend my last action to rage.
Upping your damage by 2.
Should have done that first.
That's okay.
We're all learning here.
Exactly. Well, number 2 has a target of opportunity in front of him, so he is going to... Where the heck did my mouse go? Going to attack Rook.
I'll reaction, raise my shield. He can't move back, so I check him into the ghoul, and he's flat-foot.
Yes, he is. But he's still going to try to jaw at you, which will miss. And then he'll try to claw at you, which will miss even worse. And his last action, he's hungry, and you look delicious. So, with your shield raise, your AC is 23, correct?
23.
Okay. So the nat 20 that I rolled will turn a miss into a hit, but not a critical.
Okay, nope.
But that's what it took to hit you, was a nat 20, and even then he wouldn't have made it unless it was a nat 20. That total was 21 on the nat 20 with the -8.
It's steel.
You'll take 2 points of damage, and I need a fortitude save from you.
Okay, fort save is... 17.
17, you are not paralyzed, and with a kind of a wincing smirk, licks your blood off of his nails. And now our halfling friend is going to get attacked by number 3. 22.
That's a hit.
All right, I need 2 fortitude saves from you on the bite.
All right. That is a 22.
Okay, second one.
That is a 24.
Okay, so you are good there. You took 7 points of damage from that one.
Okay.
I'll try to claw. Give yourself an extra hero point as I critically failed. And the last one, 16. Does that hit you while you're raging?
No, it does not.
Okay. Stanley.
Hello.
You have got a ghoul in your face and you do not have any weapons.
Yep. So I will draw my maul, mark him as my target.
He was already marked.
Oh, was that number 4? I thought
That was
the other guy.
That was the one you had marked previously.
Okay, then I will take my maul and smack him twice. Ooh, 19 again. This is good today.
Oh no, that's number 4. So sorry, you did need to, but you still hit him.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's fine. So 19 plus 9 is 28.
28. Double damage.
Double damage. Maul is a 1d12. 4. 4 plus 4, 8, 16 points of damage is that one.
That's okay. You didn't need 2 swings, as the first one was enough to bounce him off of the alcove and he fell apart.
Alright, and then, so I will have 1 action left because I didn't mark him.
Right.
And I will sprint up the hall where I heard the others. 25 my movement, so it should be good right there.
Tristan.
All right, so I saw him dispatch the second one. I hear more up ahead, so I am going to make an educated guess that if I go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50,
The guy making the
55,
map made an educated
60,
guess about how the map was laid out.
75, and that would be my move. Well, I mean, as intelligent as he is, and ghouls coming from both directions.
It just sounded funny.
Root.
Oh no! What did you say, Lawson?
It's Sprute's turn.
Oh, okay.
Just like an awkward silence.
Really.
Finish eating what you're eating and take your turn.
I am going to scoot down the hallway to the right, where everybody else is going.
To the right?
Or I'm going to follow where everybody else is going. Didn't they go to the right?
How
So
about
you
that?
Get back that way.
Okay, that's fine. That's sad, though. I'm gonna cast. Is the person by number 2, is that Rook?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna cast Forbidding Ward on Rook for number 2.
All right, Rook. You feel more buoyed against this creature that had the audacity to actually find a gap in your armor. What are you going to do?
Is it my turn now after Sprout?
It is.
I'm going to make one attack with my knuckle knife. That is a 23.
That'll hit.
That is 7 points. If he's still up, I'll do a backslash with it.
He's still up.
That one's only going to be a 9, so that's a slight miss for me.
Yep, that's a miss.
And I will go ahead and raise my shield to raise my AC.
Okay. Muggsy.
All right. Well, now that
We're
I'm
now
raging,
roaring.
RR XD. All right, I'm going to take a swing with my greatsword at number 3. Plus 7. That is a 21 to hit.
That will hit. And you add 2 to your damage because of your rage.
That is 10.
10. He is still up, but looking a bit ragged.
All right, and then I'm going to take another swing, and that's at a -5, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's see. That is a 15.
A 15 is a miss.
All right, and yeah, that'll be my turn, I guess.
Okay. Well, number 2, seeing the unarmored wizard pop up, will swift leap.
I'll take an attack of op with my knuckle blow knife.
You do not get one from that. He moves so quick that your reaction just can't go.
Gotcha.
And he's going to try to bite the soft-looking wizard. Because the tin can is not opening without the right kind of can opener. And that is a 22 to bite the wizard.
That will hit. Four damage.
And then I need my 2 fort saves from you.
21 and 26.
Okay. Well,
You said 2 damage?
4.
4 damage. Okay.
And then he'll try to claw, but a 15 will miss. That's his turn. Number 3, seeing that he is stuck between the 2 guys with the big weapons, will use his swift leap to jump behind Tristan, getting a flank. That bite is a 29.
That is a hit, but not a crit.
Oh. Stupid mage armor. Because your AC's 20 with the mage armor, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. So another 4 points of damage and another 2 saves.
18 on the first and 20 even on the second.
Question, you're flanked. Your AC drops by 2.
That is a crit
So
then.
took 8 points of damage. But you'll also need one more fort save as the claw gets through.
Natty 20.
All right, 3 points of damage from that claw. And Stanley. Tristan went around and got himself in trouble. What are you doing?
I will see my quote-unquote leader being banned, so I get 5, 10, 15, 20.
I'm fixing it. Hold on.
Can
There we go.
I take 2 strides and try 2 tumble-throughs to get behind number 3?
Give me your acrobatics check.
20, 25, 30, 35,
16,
45,
plus-
50. That's a 3-action move. Well, he can go next to, but he can't get behind.
I can go next to where?
Number 3. Either to the north or the south.
Mm-hmm.
But I cannot get behind.
Because it costs 10 feet of movement to move through their square.
Right.
Gotcha. Okay. So 16 plus acrobatics of 7, so 23.
You are good to do it.
North or south?
I will go. Actually, could I have just went to this square here without the second tumble through?
No, you would have needed 2 moves to get there regardless.
Right, but without the second. Oh, the tumble through doesn't count as an action, right?
25, 30.
It's a
40.
part of that movement.
Okay, gotcha.
That's only 2 actions.
Yep, you still have an action in them all.
Okay, I thought it was 3 actions, which said. I will go to right where I'm at, right where you have me there, and swing at number Trace. Not great. 9 plus a 9. 18. I guess
That's gonna hit.
that's okay enough. Mr. Mall. That is 15 points of damage.
Well, he is no longer among the land of the unliving. As we go to Tristan.
Tristan.
Stanley took care of half of your problem.
Tristan likes that. And he will. Those require 2 hits. So I'll just stick with the trusty electric arc. Because that typically doesn't miss unless he rolls really well. And that'll be 10 points before the save.
Yeah, he dodged out of the way, but it kind of rebounded off on the floor and caught him anyway, and he crumbles. Unliving. You have redeaded him.
Dun, dun, dun.
And I will hand Tristan an antidote and say, here, those things are nasty. And so whenever you drink it, it's a +2 for 24 hours.
Antidote or anti-plague?
Whichever one was the disease.
Anti-plague.
Now that we're out of combat, do I automatically stop raging, or am I still?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yep. Once there's no enemies that you can see, rage drops automatically.
Okay.
And then you were fatigued for a minute.
Well, I took second wind, so technically, because it's a second level.
I don't know what that.
Unit medicine check.
I don't know what that reduces you by.
I'd probably do one on anybody who got bit. Those schools are nasty.
I could definitely use it.
Alrighty, I'll do it first.
So with second wind, say we went into combat again, I'd be able to rage again without waiting for 1 minute. But after that rage is done, then I am fatigued until I can rest for 10 minutes.
Oh, okay.
All right.
So if you are waiting that minute, then you can do it again.
Without having the.
But they're taking 10 minutes to heal Tristan. So what's that medicine check?
I got a 21 for 15 points of healing.
Ooh, that caps me back out.
When I do that, can I see if he has the dual defense thing?
His wounds didn't look any more inflamed than you would think from something that eats rotting flesh and bone.
Okay, fair enough. I'm going to look at Rook and ask if he also would like me to do a medicine check on him.
I'm good, Sprout. Just got a claw in the shoulder.
Now, while that 10 minutes is going on, what are the rest of you doing?
I'm going to at least come up one of these hallways just to make sure nothing comes in.
I'm going to go retrieve my 2 tridents that I threw at the beginning of the round.
Okay.
I just want to. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So, Rook, you're just posting up at that junction where you guys came from?
Yeah. I'll post. Where do I make my notes? Hold on. Options. I'll post up right here. Retrieve my torch, and just so I have a source of light.
And it did not gutter out while it got dropped, so you're good there.
I'll get my tridents, and then I'm going to come look at the statue that I saw after the fight, obviously.
Okay.
After I get those.
And then, Muggsy, what are you doing?
I kind of want to just, I don't know, search the bodies and search the area, search the room for anything of value that I can sell for some coin.
Okay. The ghoul bodies are tatters. There's nothing worth of value there. As you and Stanley are searching the room, give me perception checks from the both of you.
26.
Mine was good too. 25.
Okay. Muggsy, you notice that amid the tattered clothing and jumble of bones, there's actually an intact cloak that looks like it's in serviceable condition.
I'll call out to whoever's in earshot. Hey, there's a cloak over here if any of you magic people want it.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I'll cast Detect Magic to see if there's an aura. Ignoring ours, of course.
Sexton, do you have magical items?
No.
No? Okay. Well then, yes, there's something magical. Because you don't know what he's got on him that would have painted as magical. But besides that, there's magical anyway.
I will read aura on the cloak.
Well, there is a divination aura on that cloak.
17 on the die for a total of 26.
That is what's known as a coyote cloak.
Oh. Useful.
What's the coyote cloak do?
It increases your ability to survive in the wild.
Indeed, it does.
Oh, that little druid boy might want that.
As well as...
Where does he run off to anyways?
As you picked up the cloak and handed it to him, 2 silverish coins fell out of the cloak as well.
Now, do Detect Magic again, ignoring the cloak as well.
No other magic. Muggsy, those coins that fell out of the cloak, those look to be platinum pieces.
Oh, now we're talking. We have something of value.
I'll go ahead and pick them up.
I'll take one of them.
I picked them up.
Well, you were casting a spell that takes a bit, so...
Yeah.
I always knew halflings were thieves.
Well, maybe if we get through this in one piece, maybe I'll be willing to share. Depending on how this lot works out.
Yes.
Filthy little rats.
You guys are arguing over the scraps of the dead, and when you argue semantics on who is the thief.
I try to convince Muggsy to give Tristan the platinum coins with the computer.
Nope.
Damn.
You gotta actually communicate in character with other player characters. You cannot use.
You can't do chess.
That's wasting my twig breath.
No.
Wow. Shit.
But after that time frame, what you guys doing?
Also, I didn't find anything. Sad.
No.
What's the statue all about?
It is a marble statue of the personification of fury, one of Gozra's chief servants. It's an elemental that are hybrids of air and water.
Too much going on for me.
Always a critic.
No, I'm just a simpleton.
It's art, Stanley.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll take some time to study it. And definitely.
So is this that fancy god you're
I'll
always
admire
talking
it as
about?
well.
The brazier is enchanted to give off some light like a campfire, but other than that, it's just a very well-made statue.
Well, he's not paying us in what we find for us to stay here.
To see how old it is.
What'd you get?
Oh, you didn't say I could. That's why I was asking.
Oh, you were asking? I thought you said you were doing.
Can I?
Yes.
I got a 21.
21. Given the...
Anything about it that might look off or secret doors on it?
No. And you would put this statue at about 120 years old, based off of the amount of dust that is accumulated in some of the crevices.
Hey, Lawson.
Yeah.
Oh, see? I told you.
What
There
the
was
fuck?
a
Where did
secret
T-Rex
door.
come in here? What
That-
the fuck?
no, that's not a T-Rex.
What?
The Z-Rex.
Why are we throwing zombie dinosaurs? That's not this game. It's the spiders that you're supposed to be randomly throwing on.
No. I still have my patches ready though.
Okay.
For when another one pops up.
Next.
I was just talking to my wife, and there's a fucking T-Rex in the room. I was like, what the fuck?
It wasn't a T-Rex, it was a Z-Rex.
Z-Rex. Okay, yeah. Brad Pitt can't fight that thing.
Right.
I
We're
found
gonna
a secret
discuss it,
door
put
to
respect on its name.
Maybe-
Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
There we go. Much better.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, thank you. Give my wife nightmares. Appreciate you.
We just want to make sure he's really snuggly for you tonight, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Now that we're done torturing Kristen, back to the game.
It's gone, honey. You can look. I just want you guys to know, like, we have to turn the volume off when there's a horror movie commercial on the TV. It's a problem, honestly.
I'd say I could recommend a good divorce attorney, but mine kind of sucked, so.
I mean, I could just get an annulment, so. it's
No
different.
kids.
I mean, less than a year.
I mean, or just watch comedies. I mean,
Yeah, you
All
just
right.
seem full of humor, Bobby.
thank you.
You're stoic.
Or Disney.
Super dry humor.
I love it.
I just
All right.
watched a great movie the other day. Rewatched, I should say, Event Horizon. It's a really good sci-fi movie.
Never heard of her.
Go back here just a second.
You should watch it. It's really good.
What'd you watch it on?
Netflix.
Don't have Netflix. Yep,
How does somebody not have Netflix these days?
not us. We're a YouTube TV clan and Disney Plus for obvious reasons.
The Mandalorian.
Yes.
Yep. Oh, and gargoyles.
Oh yeah, I need to watch
X-Men.
that.
X-Men the animated
I
series.
never got an X-Men. Like, I've seen them, but like it never was.
The '90s animated series was the best.
And I've seen some of it. Like, it's good, but it just never was my itch.
Oh, that's fair. But there's a hallway here that you guys have passed a couple of times, and then continuing down the hallway to the west.
I'll take north.
I'll go north with Rick.
Well, we want to split up or sit together as a group?
I don't think splitting is the right idea, but some of us can stay back a hair. If you three want to go check out what's down the hall,
Yeah, I'll go up
I'll
with
cover
them.
the rear.
Come on, Leaf, let's go kick some ass. Trying to find your middle finger up there, Kristen. There we go.
Nope, I'm gonna ignore you.
She knows where that's at.
Yeah, that's
Fingers is a good shaft. Like, I don't. Is it the same on each hand? Like, I don't understand how the anatomy works on this. Either way, so is north a dead end? Does it just stop there?
Yep, it stops. The passage leads to the west that's kind of carved out, and then there's a solid stone slab there that Sprout would know as the Door of Wind and Water, as she was a priest here at the Hermitage for a bit.
What's behind that door, Sprout?
So what's behind the door?
Do I know how to open it?
Roll me a religion check.
A 16?
16? Well, it's the Door of Wind and Water. So if you hit it with a little bit of wind and a little bit of water, it should open.
What a loogie do?
Are you asking her?
Anybody have some water they'd like to donate?
I'll produce a water skin. Before we open the door, what is behind the door, Sprout? Do you have a door of wind and water? Seems like it might have wind and water in it, and I've had my fill of being in rooms full of wind and water.
Please do tell. Another
You
time.
having some finding concerns again?
I mean, I just prefer my last moments not to be drowning in catacombs.
We will not be drowning. So should we get the rest of our party here? If we're ready?
Yes, and we should see what is to the west to make sure we don't get eaten from behind once again.
Alright, I hate that happens.
I'll go tell the rest of the party to come.
I'll take a look on the end of the western hallway.
So you're going to go back down?
Sorry, I need to go east.
Oh, east dead ends.
East dead ends there as well.
Yep.
Both dead end.
Yes. It's rough-hewn rock. It's like they hadn't gone. This is one of the doors that they planned on installing in all of the crypt area. It's just they haven't gotten there because it takes a lot of work to make a fully smooth stone door magical.
A lot of gold too.
Diamond dust.
Alright, let's have some water on it.
I'll take my bladder. I'll take a little bit, swallow, and then I'll squeeze a little bit onto the door. and then I'll blow on it.
So water, then blow.
Yeah.
All right, you sprinkle the water on it, then you
Roll up a
blow,
dollar
and
bill.
nothing happens.
Well, this door's busted. I throw the water skin at her and proceed to walk around the backside.
Ah, piss.
What you doing, Sprout?
I'm gonna use pushing dust on it.
What's that do?
It forces air on it.
Okay. What are you doing while you do that?
Taking the water and turning the water. I don't know.
So you're casting that spell as you're pouring water on it?
Yeah.
As both wind and water hit it simultaneously, the door opens. As you see the ghouls that are looting that room, put number 2 actually right next to Smiler for me, because he keeps one with him at all times, and they are really surprised that you're there. So, with your initiative checks, add 8 to your total.
Wow.
Muggsy.
Let's see. Let's do some math here.
19.
18
plus
plus 8, 26.
26. Stanley?
25.
29.
30.
Tristan?
33.
Nice.
Sprout?
25.
Even with the extra 8, it is still just 18. Roll it.
What's that?
And 2 of the ghouls look like you've seen. The other one, his face is carved with just this nasty looking smile. Think undead Joker smile.
That's the name Smiley, huh?
Yes, his name is Smiler. As in he is named.
Wow. It's a fancy bow.
He does have a bow at the ready. But Tristan is the first to act.
Let me get the lighting vision situation fixed. And I will 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And as I get to there, I see 2 normal ghouls. So I'm going to try and get them out of the fight as quick as possible, and I'll electric arc between them.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. 12 points of damage.
One of them dived completely out of the way, whereas the other one seemed to take some of it. And Stanley.
I will double move into the room.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25 is there.
So I cannot get to number 1.
5, 10, 15. Yeah, you can. You can get to any of them with one more move.
Number 1.
5, 15, 20.
You had your tridents out?
No, I still have my maul out. I just
Okay.
retrieved the tridents.
Just making sure.
Put me in the corner as well. Or will I be able to do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The next diagonal isn't double, so you're fine.
Right. Okay. And then I will maul Mr. number 1. 17. Yellow's rolling good today, boys. Yellow's good. This one. 26.
26, double that damage for me.
20 points of bludgeoning. A mighty DeWalt.
DeWalt puts him into the wall as he falls apart from the... As he the magic that's holding that corpse together falls apart as it does, and it just kind of scatters bits and pieces of ghoulness around. Muggsy, you're up.
All right. I would like to stride up there to number 2, please.
5, 10, 15, 20.
So,
All right. As you get there, I need a fortitude save, as there is just an awfully foul smell coming off of this thing.
all right. What's that here? That is a 23.
All right. You are not sickened by the smell.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and take a swing at this thing with my great sword.
Okay, and you're not raging, so no bonus damage. But it has been past a minute, so you don't run into that fatigue thing.
Oh, can I go ahead and rage then for my second action and swing for my third action?
Yep.
All right, and ooh, that is a 27 to hit.
Double that damage, please.
All right, and is that still +2?
Yeah.
Okay. That is 9 times 2 plus 2, so 20.
And number 2 falls apart.
Nice. And that's my turn.
Sprout?
Barkley, eat it.
I would like to ask Days Smiley over there.
Days?
Yeah.
What's the DC?
20.
Okay. And he critically succeeded that.
Two. For my last action, I'll just scoot in to the left. Kind of out of the way. That's fine.
All right. Next up is Rook.
All right. I will do a double stride to get up to Smiley.
Five, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, and 40.
I need a fortitude save as you get closer. Ooh.
I only got a 11 on that.
Okay. You are sickened 1.
So that's a negative to AC, attacks, etc.
Yes.
Okay. I'll go ahead and drop my torch where it's at, and I'll go ahead and bring the shield up to block.
Okay.
And that'll be my turn. 2 strides and then the action to raise my guard.
Yep. And seeing as you are sickened, Smiler is happy with that. And let's see. And to recover from sickened, you have to spend an action to attempt another fortitude save. So just keep that in mind for if you want to try to lose that before the fight's over.
I meant for 2 attacks or whatnot.
Yep.
All right.
And then his turn, he will drop the short bow. Will try to bite, and that is a 30 to hit.
I will use my reaction to use my shield to block, soaking the first 5 points of damage.
Okay. I'll still need you to make 2 saving throws.
Well, if I don't take any damage, would I have to make...
It's going to go through regardless. The minimum still beats the 5, but not by much. So before your 5 points, it was 9 points of damage. So you soak 5, and then the shield takes some of it, and you take some of it.
Which puts the shield just by breaking threshold. I got a crit 1 on my first save.
Okay.
I got a minus a 17 on the second.
All right. You are paralyzed.
I fall as limp as a sack full of hammers.
As he will then take his claws into you. That will hit. And that will also hit just barely, since you're no longer able to actively defend and you're flat-footed. And that will give you 12 points of damage from the first hit. And 11 points of damage from the second. And that is Smiler's turn. Tristan.
All right. I'm gonna.
Your meat shield has gotten himself paralyzed.
So I will go 5, 15, 20, so he doesn't have cover from me.
Mm-hmm.
And then, he didn't like that. So, I'll hit him with my produce flame, or attempt to. That's probably going to hit at a 24.
That does hit.
And that'll be 9 points of fire damage.
Stanley?
Stanley will free action drop his maul, and then no, I lied. Stanley will just mark him as prey, stride towards him, and try to hit him. So, fort save, 15 plus stuff, 8, so 23.
Okay.
And then 19. Ooh, yellow's good today, boys. Plus 9 is 28.
That will hit.
That is going to be 8 points
Wrong
of
screen
damage.
Okay. Muggsy.
All right. Can I go ahead and step up to here, please?
Okay.
And then I want to swing with my great sword. Old Smiley McGee over there. That is a 20 total.
That will hit.
All right. For 8 points of damage.
Okay. Sprout.
That was only 2 turns.
Oh, sorry.
Actions.
That one action.
I'm going to try to swing again.
All right. -5.
That is a 16 minus 5, so 11.
That will miss. Now it's Sprout.
I would like to go north 1 square and cast Forbidding Ward on Rook against Smiley.
Okay. Rook, at the end of your turn, Fortitude save.
All right. I gotta go into this because I'm still second.
Yep.
18.
You are still paralyzed.
Okay.
Smiley's turn. He's going to lash out with a bite at Stanley. James, will you pull me a critical hit card for piercing?
Piercing. The target is flat-footed until healed, as he finds a vulnerable spot.
And that was a sizable portion of damage as I rolled max. 32 points of damage, Stanley.
Ouch.
And then I need 2 fort saves from you, please.
Oh, natural 1, and then not good, 17.
You are also paralyzed.
Pretty sure that's exactly what Rick got.
Yep.
Bad time.
Second action is going to try to bite the halfling at a -5. All right. Does a 27 hit your AC? It should.
Yeah, but it's not a crit.
The nat 20 made it a crit. I was making sure it was. So I need another piercing card, as my Extinction Curse dice have my mojo now.
All right. Pierced. The target is slowed 1 until the end of its next turn.
And not quite as high on the damage. That is only 30 points of damage.
All right.
And then I need 2 fortitude saves from you.
Okay. Let's see. The first one is a 13, but can I use? Does it have to be on my turn to use halfling luck? If I fail a first roll on a saving throw, then I can reroll, but I have to take the second.
No, you can use that because that's a once a day ability, right?
Yep.
Yes, once per day.
Well, it could be in response to something because it's hard to make a saving throw when it's not your turn.
Well, yeah, it just says, yeah, you've
It's a reaction.
You
fail. Yeah.
So you failed. Roll again.
Alright. Shit, I dropped it. What do we got? Oh, okay. Let's see. It's 24.
24, all right. And then another fortitude save, please.
Okay. Ooh, natural 20.
All right.
29.
So you are not paralyzed. So his final action will be to claw you at -8. And what's your AC?
18. Right now,
18.
it's raging.
Alright, so. Yep. That'll hit. 2d4 plus 4. And then another fortitude save as you take 12 more points of damage.
That is 25.
25, alright. And then 12 more damage on top.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I'm dying 1.
Dying 1, okay.
That's some damage from the first encounter.
Tristan, both of your meat shields are paralyzed and the one you can't see dropped.
I will. Oh. They're both paralyzed, so I can't do anything about that. I will step, so that way they aren't blocking my line of sight to them. Hopefully taking away the cover bonus, and let them have it with another produce flame. Let's see. Plus 9 is going to be 19.
19 is a miss.
And that'll be me.
Stanley, end of your turn. I need a fortitude save.
24.
24, you're moving again. Muggsy, flat check.
Okay. I got my other die here. Actually, no, not. Go with the original. 12.
12. All right, you are unconscious, wounded 1. Sprout.
Sprout would like to do a 3-action heal.
All right. And what's your spell DC?
Hmm? 20.
Okay.
I don't know.
And what are you rolling for your heals? Are you rolling D8s or D10s?
I'm on D10.
Okay, so then I'll need a D8 for the damage.
My divine spell DC is 18.
Okay.
And then I'm sorry, you said D8s for the.
Yep, I need a D8 for the damage to the undead.
I got myself. I got a 1.
Okay.
D8.
And then how much did you heal everybody?
9. 9 points of healing.
Well, Muggsy, you are back conscious. Rook, end of your turn. I need a fortitude save.
Did we decide because I was magically healed that my wound condition goes away?
No, wounded does not go away from magic healing.
Still paralyzed.
What'd you get?
11.
11, okay, yep, you are still paralyzed. Smiler's turn. Is going to leap. Right here next to the healer. Trying to take a bite out of Sprout. Sprout, what's your AC?
18.
Alright, so that is a crit, but no card. Because it was not a natural 20. It was just a lot. It was a 29 to hit. You will take 18 points of damage. And then I need 2 fortitude saves from you.
I got a 26 and a 19.
26 and a 19. You are still upward. And then lastly, we will... Actually, he's going to go for another bite on you. That will hit for 13 points of damage. And then 2 more fortitude saves.
I got a 21 and a 12.
You are paralyzed. Also, I need... Tristan, I need a stench fortitude save from you.
Ah, okay. 19 on the die for a 25 total.
All right. Rook. Oh, no, wait. Sorry, Tristan.
All right.
Your healer just locked up.
Adjust 5 and I will launch my staff at him with Hand of the Apprentice. Ha! Natural 20.
Well, that'll hit.
See what happens. That's going to be a total of 29.
That will be a critical.
Natural 20.
Right, I was expecting a 1 from that noise.
I smash his leg and break it. He takes a negative 15-foot status penalty to its land speed until healed.
Okay.
That's
and
a
then
decent
damage.
one. Let's see, this is only a D4 plus my intelligence modifier. So that's 8, 16.
I'm going to ban you from D4s.
You know I'm going to keep as many D4s in my pile as I can throughout this entire game.
Oh, yeah. I know you. I played Deadlands with you. I know what your dice like. Stanley, you are no longer paralyzed.
Yeah. So I am going to be pissed and stride at him and try to swing my maul. 10 for a 19.
That will hit.
That is a 9 plus 4 is 13. Swing at him again with a -3. 17 plus 9 minus 3 is 26, 23.
That'll hit.
And that's a 10 plus 4, 14 points of damage.
Okay. He is dying too. Muggsy.
All right. Well, let him back above ground. I'm gonna go over to Smiley and try to take an old swing at him.
Well, you were unconscious,
Okay, well, yeah.
and then we've been doing unconscious wrong. You actually drop what you're holding when you go unconscious, so you'd have to actually pick up your weapon again as well.
Okay. Well. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna stand up, pick up my weapon, and at this point, yeah, I'm just gonna stay where I'm at then, because I don't actually get a chance to swing out.
That's fine. You're also fatigued since you were knocked unconscious.
Okay.
If you wanted to use your ability to rage a second time, then you would be fatigued for 10 minutes afterwards.
Okay.
Just so you're aware.
Okay.
Sprout, end of your turn. I need a fortitude save.
Math is hard. 24.
24, you're not paralyzed anymore. There's nothing else here. Are you guys just going to kill the...
I assume so.
Finish him.
Rook, give me your next fortitude save.
That is a 22.
Now you're not paralyzed.
And I hit him with a 23 for the Smiley.
He's dead.
And then another 20, so he's dead.
He's re-deaded. You even break the fun little jawbone thing that he's wearing.
Can I go do a medicine check on Muggsy?
Yeah. Take 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to go check on Tristan. Tristan, are you alright?
Yeah, I'm untouched.
Okay.
I'm going to stride over to the caster. I'm going to unstrap my shield, and I'm going... I saw you fix a broken hammer. With the way you turned my shield.
I'll need 10 minutes.
Well, she's healing for 10 minutes, so you
Actually,
got
I
it.
need 20 minutes total because it's a
Oh,
10-minute cast time.
Yeah,
Okay. Well, I'll search the guy's body while you do that then.
Okay.
Sexton, you got 11 points of healing back.
Okay, thank you.
I'll also produce a gold coin and hand it to you.
I don't need your money.
You know, there's not a lot of advice I got out of the orphanage that was worth something, but if you're good at something, don't do it for free.
Yeah, but you're only half, I say from the side of the room.
he can mend items pretty good, but not as friends.
Rick, did you need a 10 minutes of medicine check while Tristan's fixing your shoe?
I'd prefer you to look me over just in case the disease has touched me.
That's fair. I can do that.
I proceed to unbolt some of my armor and access to my wounds.
Okay.
What Mr. Smiley have on him? I'm interested in that bow. Is really what caught my eye.
On himself, he had nothing, but he did drop a very nice composite short bow.
Aha.
You got 15 points of heal back.
Is inflamed.
I'll go ahead and pull out. I have a. Where is it? An elixir of life. It gives you a +1 to throws against diseases and poisons.
While he's filtering through his bag, I'll hand him an anti-plague instead and say, "Here, this is better. It's a +2."
And that plus goes. How long does the anti-plague last?
24 hours.
Okay.
That's much better. I pop it and I try to pay him a gold coin.
And I'll knock the gold coin out of his hand and hand him a lesser elixir of life. That's 3d6 plus 6 if you want to roll that for yourself. And then I'll grab Sprout and kind of point at my scratches. And,
Thank you.
Also,
hand here.
very inflamed.
Yeah.
And what about mine?
Yours? Nope. Theirs look instantly infected. Yours just looks a little ragged.
28
Tristan.
Great.
What's that?
28 full.
Yeah, 48 plus nothing. Right, health checks or medicine checks are just 2d8 or 48, depending on the hit.
Unless you're upping the DC to add additional bonus.
Oh, okay. She already rolled it, so we'll do
Yep.
that next time. What are you doing? Jesus. 19. Okay, that's decent enough. And then Tristan, you still got that anti-plague I gave you? Because
Indeed.
I need it.
And
I
I'll
will take that as well.
toss it back.
Okay. Just remind me that you guys have that in your system when I make you roll tomorrow for the saving throw.
Okay, what time of the day is it now? There's a saving throw in the morning tomorrow, or does it matter?
It doesn't matter. That's why I asked how long it was in your system. You said 24 hours, so when you guys make the save the next morning, I'll let you know what happens. Also, piled around the statue, there's some stuff.
Detect magic.
There is magic around that statue.
While he's doing that, I'll hold like my short bow out and kind of try to get it in front of his pattern because I don't know how magic works. So
Right.
I'm gonna be like,
You just
okay.
toss it on the pile so that it gets detected with it. He starts casting a spell you know is detect magic. Just throw the short bow on there.
But I would probably do it awkwardly, like close to him, like in his face.
It's like,
Like, what about this one? He's trying to focus on all the things, and
yeah, there's definitely magic somewhere in front of you. Could be the bow.
I will start
Aggressively.
working. I'll start with the bow since he so aggressively put it in front of me.
I'm slowly starting to make this magic stuff.
23.
That's not magic.
It's not magical.
Shit.
What is the next item in the pile?
6 platinum pieces,
I'll pick those up.
20 silver pieces.
Pick
While we
those
pick
up.
these up, can you give a glare to Muggsy?
I mean, if you want to glare at Muggsy, you don't have to ask me for
Give a
permission.
glare.
I'm gonna do
You
it.
asshole.
I'm gonna do it.
Is that Twig looking at me? God, I didn't know I had eyes.
I think she's got a lazy vine.
How much silver did you say?
20 silver. The next item you pick up is a jade and silver necklace that is not magical, but you think you might be able to sell it for 15 gold pieces.
Okay.
Pretty nice on my twigs.
The coral statuette of a dolphin with emerald eyes, also not magical, but you think you could get 40 gold pieces out of it.
Hold on just a second. Necklace. 15.
That's a collector's piece for sure.
It was a.
Such a
What was this last piece?
The dolphin with emerald eyes, made out of coral, 40 gold pieces.
A composite bow, I add my dex for my 2 hit, but the nice thing about composite is I add my strength modifier to damage, right?
I believe it's half the strength modifier.
I can look that up, but it is my dex for my 2 hit.
Dex to hit, and then half strength.
Half strength. Yeah. It's propulsive, so it only gives half strength.
Gotcha.
But it's got a range of 60 feet and deadly D10, so. And he had 20 arrows on him, too, because he didn't get to shoot a single one at you guys. The last thing that's in the pile is a crossbow bolt with some runes carved into it, and you know what? That's magical.
18 plus 9, 27.
That is a climbing bolt.
Does that Talon fella have a crossbow?
I think he does. Which,
He does.
When shot and the bolt strikes a solid surface, the twine unwinds and enlarges into 50 feet of rope, securely fastened to the surface that the bolt struck.
That's pretty cool. I knew how it worked.
Yeah, I don't get this magic stuff too well.
Y'all,
I can make something like that.
y'all talking about runes and stuff, and I'm just.
Yeah, I've ruined a lot of things in my life.
Same. Hard same.
I've actually got a statue of a guy back at my shop.
Not about him.
So now what you guys gonna do?
Hit level 4? No?
Hey. Hey, good try.
I thought
As
it was
unpleasant
level
as
4
it is, we should probably make sure there's no more of those disgusting vermin in this catacombs.
Yep. Let's make a quick check of everything, make sure there's nothing left. And then we'll head back out.
Sprout. Give me a religion check as you guys are starting to head south to check that way.
Yes, sir. I got a natural 20 for a 28.
That statue's calling to you.
The armor guy?
It's a statue of Saltbeard, one of Gozer's legendary servants. It's an old Triton with a grim expression.
Kind of walk up to it and wave.
The hand slightly opens its grip on its trident.
Can I take the trident?
You can take the trident.
I was playing with Halo.
And it sizes down to small size for you.
Ooh.
Never understand this magic stuff.
It's just a collapsible rod. I've seen it before.
Whoa.
Um,
I'll say something about that.
can I just tell the statue thank you?
You think it nods ever so slightly.
Can I ask Tristan to do a once over on my cool trident I just was?
I'm assuming it's magical with the detect magic.
Yeah, they're extra magic off of that.
Higher than detect
Because you
magic.
just thought it was
Love you.
23 on the Arcana check.
that is a weapon known as the fighter's fork.
Yeah, I read about it.
Hooray for being a cleric of the god at whose temple you're in.
Yeah.
Huzzah.
Hooray for James.
It is a +1 trident,
At plus what?
+1. But it also has an interact action where you can extend it
See?
to give it the reach trait, but it won't be able to be thrown at that point.
Just a collapsible
And then-
mechanism.
And it becomes a two-handed weapon at that point.
Oh, look at you missing Bobby's dog. Bobby, get your dog up there again.
Wait.
This is important stuff.
I'm saying he's got to bring a toy back now.
This is much more important.
Oh, no. Look at my dog. It is perfect. Ain't anything worse. I'm good.
Oh,
That is Leif. He is a moose of an animal.
Leif. It's a good name.
but
All right.
as you move south,
Can I just grab my other trident? And
yeah.
fuck it.
Do you want to put it back in the statue's hand so that the statue's still holding the trident?
Yeah. Okay.
All right. I'm going to
It
make
will let me.
it will. And then that non-magical trident, the small one that you just handled it, grows to fit the statue.
Oh,
As if it was always there.
he's so cool. I'm gonna lay by at it as we leave.
Take that trident. Now it. Alright. We just find a bug. Can we farm this statue?
I mean, you could try.
No. We're gonna push on.
Yeah, that southern hallway connects back to the main line, and you're pretty sure you cleared all of the ghoulies out of this.
We did it.
Now level 4.
Yes.
Yay!
Huzzah!
Congratulations on level 4, everyone. I'm sure the people at home don't want to hear the awkward silence that's going to happen while this goes on, so we will pause the recording until we are back in game.
Some elevated music.
And that's when I told him to get his hand off my butt. Oh, we're back. Sorry about that. So you guys leave the crypt. Harlock is there to heal you. And lets you know, I suppose I should start at the beginning. The Hermitage of Blessed Lightning was established here to protect and learn from the Aaron Tower. It's an ancient landmark a few miles inland. You might have spotted it on your journey here. You hermits know very little about it. It was created by Arden thousands of years ago, as its summit is what we call the Aeon Orb. So named because it orbits the summit of the tower the way an Aeon stone orbits the head of its owner. Lore passed down to me from previous masters of the Hermitage suggests more. The Aeon Orb is a powerful artifact. It enriches life for dozens of miles in all directions, making the land more abundant, the seasons milder, and the harvests more bountiful. In just the past few generations, however, this bounty is faded. The soil is drying out, vegetation is stunted, and some of the crops won't even grow at all. Birth rates among animals are declining. Some here at the Hermitage blame the townspeople of Outerton for this decline, and I suspect a different cause. I think the Aeon Orb's power has begun to fail. The Isle of Erin is dying. I've tried to understand the orb, and perhaps restore its power, but its nature eludes me. While I've made a few trips into the tower over the years, nothing there provided any clues. On my most recent visit, just a few weeks ago, some foul-smelling creatures hurled spears at me before I could get close. They're Zolgoths. I believe reptilian humanoids you might have heard of called troglodytes. I spied them from a distance. There are at least a dozen, and they are accompanied by large lizards and several demons. It was an unpleasant surprise, to say the least. But I soon had my hands full dealing with the newcomer, Beleni, and the resentment she stoked among the hermits didn't have a chance to investigate further. It seems obvious in hindsight, but the sudden rise of demon worship here must be connected to the demons accompanying the Zolgoth in the Erin Tower. I overheard a few of the most debased priests say they had planned to visit the tower and speak to someone named Kavnakash. I believe Kavnakash is the leader of the Zolgoths, and he must have some power over demons. You've done so much for Aberton and my hermitage already, but there's more to do. Will you cleanse the tower of the demons and Zolgoth infesting it so that we can perhaps work together to restore life to this land?
I very much would like to learn about the things that Aridin left behind, so I'm definitely in.
Will there be coin involved?
I'm sure whatever the Zolgoth have managed to capture is fair game to those brave enough to take it.
I'm in.
I knew you would be.
Well, let's hope this is enough of a payment.
Well, what I can do, since I'm a bit short of coin, since you all have already taken the valuables that we've had here, I can allow you access to the temple. You may prepare yourselves for what you might face at the tower. I.e., if you want to take some downtime, you probably could.
I really need to get back to my shop, though.
You can do that too.
Tristan, I've been thinking about this really cool project, but I might need your help with the magical portion of it.
Yeah, I could help with that. Easy enough.
And how much coin do we have right now?
Group-wise, we have nearing 100 if we sell, well, without selling everything. That's just in coinage.
Okay. How much did we decide that it would take to make that glove?
That depends on if you're trying to collaborate with Tristan to infuse the magic from that hand wraps of mighty strikes that you have.
Yeah, so we were gonna. That was my game plan. So I have that retractable fist. So I was gonna make that essentially into a boxing glove that has reach, but I need you for the magical portion of it, if it's fiscally available at this time. If not, I can just make it a mechanical thing.
It's fiscally available at the moment, I believe.
But I don't know what else the group may or may not have wanted. I know Sprout was looking at a returning rune on her trident, but she has a reach weapon now, so she says she doesn't need it, but 10 foot's not very far from the bad guy.
As well as this town is not big enough to have a returning rune. If you recall,
Oh, right, we're in Haverton, yeah.
the only magical item available of any note is a +1 hatchet for 35 gold pieces.
Right. So we can't do that now, so that takes that cost away then. How much was it for the fist? I know you're looking.
You could make the magical item that you're talking about, because this is
So there's
This
no
is
cost
you and
involved?
Tristan collaborating, and I will tell you the price after the check.
Okay. So does he aid me, or do I do a craft check? Then he does a craft check from the magical aspect.
Well, so describe to me what you're doing here.
I don't have my phone, but I vaguely remember I was going to take the hand wraps and affix them. Since there's 2 hand wraps, but I'm only using it on one hand. So the first hand wrap would be on my hand. The second would be the contraption, which was the mechanical fist from the construct. And then the third portion is the other hand wrap, kind of holding it all together on my hand. So we're incorporating both hand wraps and the mechanical device.
Did you guys have 2 separate hand wraps of Mighty Fists, or are you just meaning the one item?
The one item, but
Okay.
there's 2 physical wraps.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was trying to incorporate the whole item.
Right, yeah. You're incorporating the magic of the hand wraps and the Mighty Fist to your mechanical boxing glove that you have taken from the mechanical Carney.
And then it would have 10-foot reach, and I don't know what other traits you would bestow upon it based off the crafting check or what your thoughts are. So,
based off of the crafting check, I will need. It's going to be 4 days from both of you. It will expend the hand wraps of Mighty Fists, so you can go ahead and take that off of the loot list.
Okay. My first check's at 27.
Okay. Your check is at 27. James, what is yours?
17 plus
Nice. 17's a good roll.
12 is 29.
Ooh. Okay. Well, after 4 days, I'll tell you what happens. So you guys get back to the camp to prepare this. You have this idea. Tristan is down because you'll learn the formula for making the fists, as well as the formula for making the magical item, because you both rolled well enough that I had the DC set on this to actually be able to twist the magic and incorporate it as a 25.
Nice.
So you guys both nailed it. Good on that. But I need, the next day, I need Rook and Stanley to give me fortitude saves with +2s.
And then can I, so that's the first day, that's the first check.
Correct.
Okay, because I would assume I would use my regents every day to make another anti-plague for
if you
I,
fail this,
if needed, right? Okay. Mine's not great, so it's a 4 plus some. Isn't good. 14 total.
14? Alright. Rook, what was yours?
Well, I get 9 plus an additional 2, so it comes out.
So I got 16 total, sorry.
Okay.
So mine would be 27.
Yours starts clearing up. Stanley, on the other hand, you take 14 points of damage as the infection spreads.
So this is on day 1.
Correct. You're
After
still
we got
crafting
healed
the
up.
item.
Yeah, after we got healed up from Harlock.
Yes.
Okay. So 14. God, I put my paper in backwards.
So, now what's everybody else doing that first day of downtime?
Well, I'm, I'll just read the concept of the group. My plan was I was going to follow Sprout wherever she wanted to go. I've given an opportunity to pay both of you for service, and you've done it without charge. So I'd like to accompany you if possible because you've been the most damn decent people I've come across.
And strangely enough, these people run a circus.
I can always use somebody to hold a torch in my shop.
So if you ever had aspirations to be a star under the lights, you could come up with an act. Or you could just join the circus.
We used to have a strong man. It was a strong lizard. But she's dead.
Oh. Well,
Yeah, so we are filling applications for that spot.
Well, this belt will make it a lot nicer.
That really will.
So I got a resume by Friday, and I'll turn it in, and we'll see if we can get you in.
Okay. The background check should be through sometime next week.
Yeah, it depends. I'm kind of sick right now, so
Do I pee there or do I go somewhere else?
well, actually, it'll be in that little halfling's mouth.
Whoa!
Oh.
I'm not trying to kink shame, but that's starting to push.
This is the third time. Third time. We don't kink shame here, and I've been kink shamed third time.
Oh, I also lie a lot. I just didn't know if you were aware. I'm sorry.
Right. Okay, I took 14 points of damage.
Yes. So, Rook, you're hanging around the circus. Sprout, what are you doing? If you want to spend 8 hours caring for a diseased creature, you can attempt to treat a disease to give him a bonus on his next saving throw.
I'll do that.
Go ahead and roll your treat disease check. This is a normal medicine check. Tell me what you got.
29.
29. You will grant him a +4 to that save tomorrow. And now let me check.
That's a circumstance bonus and not an item bonus, right?
Correct.
They will stack.
Yes, so you will get a +6 the next day.
Cool.
Anybody else doing anything today? Tristan's crafting with Stanley.
Can I ask around town or like look around town, see if there's anybody that needs to be tracked down, anybody that thinks they're above the law that I can try to make some coin to find?
You want to make some money.
I do.
All right. Go ahead and roll me an earn income check. Whatever lore, craft, or performance you want to do.
All right. Let's see.
Then, James, you can sell my 2 tridents for the group gold list, just while we're at it.
And the fun thing is, you have people you can send to go liquidate stuff while you're busy crafting.
Let's see. Well, I have lore legal. Is that?
That would work. Roll me your lore legal.
All right.
And are you trained, expert? What are you?
I'm trained.
Okay.
So that's 16 plus 6, so 23. No, wow, what the fuck are you getting math? 22.
22. You will earn yourself 7 silver that day.
Ooh.
And if you want to keep doing this the entirety time of the downtime, you'll earn 7 silver a day.
Okay. So how many days are we getting downtime for?
At least 4. If they want to extend it to chunk off some of the money price off of this thing, they'll be able to do that.
Okay.
With additional days crafting.
All right. I'll be right back.
All right. Stanley, next morning, give me a
And I'm still not feeling the greatest.
+6
that's
fort save.
good. That's a 16 plus 10 plus 6. So 32.
Well, that's good. You start shaking the disease.
What is the size of this town?
It is basically just a village. Only a couple hundred residents.
Does this village have a pub?
It does.
Is there anyone at this pub playing dice? Because I do not have the self-control not to gamble.
There is.
All right.
She's got a pet goat and looks a little bit beat up.
Watch out for that pet goat. We might have beat her up once before. It was a really complicated story. Basically, the goat bit one of us, and then one of us might have bit the goat. Anyways, she's okay. Her little cronies are kind of bad at fighting and getting hit in the head with hammers. So just be careful. Enjoy the ale, though.
All right, so Sprout, what are you doing day 2? He's still diseased. Do you want to try again?
Yep, I'll go again. It's a net 20 for a 31.
All right, you get another +4 through the next day, so +6 the next morning. Rook, are you rolling? Do you have War Gambler or anything?
No, I said that I like to gamble. I never said I was good at it.
Well, that's fine.
Yeah, it's one of my vices. I like fast women and slow ponies. So I never have.
Excellent. Go ahead and roll me a lore gambler check, because you can be all allowed untrained.
All right. What is that? What do I use for this?
Just a d20 plus intelligence.
Okay, I believe that's a flat roll for me. Roll a 9.
A 9. You lost 4 copper that day.
Oh, well, that's. So I will lose 4 copper, and I will drink 6 copper. So I'll just lose a silver that day.
That's fair.
Not as hate could have been.
Day 3, Stanley. Give me your fort save.
24 plus 6, so 30.
All right. Your wounds no longer look inflamed, because diseases that have stages, you scale back as you continue those saves, or go forward if you fail. And if you critically fail, you go forward a couple of stages.
Bad. Alright, so I'm all healed up and we're on day 3.
Yes.
Okay.
Which I hosed that up before I looked it up, because you two both crit failed your disease saves. I should have moved you immediately to stage 2. Which could have changed things quite a bit, because it was 3d8 negative damage and half healing until the disease is gone.
Yeah, that would have definitely... Well, he only lasted one more round once I came out of paralysis, but...
Truth. But it's okay. Rook, are you doing anything different, or are you trying to gamble again?
Oh, so you have a tavern? Is there anything else in this town? I know it's like
a circus.
Town, but
there's a circus in town that's setting up to have a show, which we'll gloss over. I'm still not certain on if I want to keep the performance side game.
Yeah.
I'm down to lift heavy stuff. But
this seems more of a tedious task than a fun one.
Like it was fun when there was like things to do in between acts, like with the people interrupting and whatnot. But I think just as a side thing, I'm gonna just gloss that to the background.
Fair enough.
Other than the kingdom building rules for Kingmaker, Paizo's secondary sub games aren't necessarily the best.
I enjoyed the Sins from Rise of the Rune Lords. That was well done.
That was well done, but the caravan rules for Jade Regent, not a big fan.
I didn't mind the shackles rules for crew management.
They're kind of hit and miss. The circus one, I'm gonna look at it before we actually, need to see if I want to make any house rule changes.
God, it took 3 months to get out of that pagoda. That's so awful.
Because we don't make any income from doing our circus acts, though, do we?
The circus makes income, but as the party, you don't get any of that.
Right. But now that the leader's dead,
well, you guys
embezzlement's a thing now, right? So we should get the money now, right?
No, it still has to go to pay the crew and the feed for animals and.
We're the crew.
Okay, you can add an extra silver piece. That's pretty much all the profits that you guys end up with.
Score.
Yeah.
Day of gambling.
So, the town's pretty negligible. You can find level 1 magic items. The only other thing of note is a +1 hatchet. Oh, you guys did send the holy books back to the priest of Abadar.
Mm-hmm.
Send your minions to do that, and he will give you, or did he already give you? Oh, please, while I look at him.
The first magical shield you can get, Bobby, looks like a 4.
The Onyx Dog Wondrous figurine and the Brooch of Shielding. Did you guys already?
I have the brooch.
Okay.
Yeah, and we already had the Onyx dog, but I don't remember what it did or who had it.
Yep, that works.
Nobody has it currently.
Yeah, it's just sitting in inventory.
What'd it do?
You can summon an Onyx Dog once a
Also like
day.
companion.
I believe it summons a hunting dog. Hold, please. I'll pull it up.
And it's a talisman, right?
Guard dog.
No, it's a figurine of wondrous power.
So it's an invested item.
It is,
Oh.
but it's not a worn. It's a held. So let me get to the held items.
That'd be something good for our little Twiggy friend to have. Something to protect her. Or beat on her. That'd be funny.
I'm developing a
I like
knowledge about your obsessions there. It's kind of scary.
Make a check.
It transforms into a guard dog, as statted out in the bestiary. It gets a +4 bonus to survival checks to track, has dark vision. When it senses a hidden creature with scent, the creature is instead observed and concealed, and activated once per week for 6 hours. So once per week for 6 hours, you can have a hunting dog backup.
Yeah, well, you can just keep that in group loot. This is fun.
All right. So, Rook, what were you doing for day 3?
Maybe that's why it wouldn't give
Is there? I know that they're fiddling around. Is there any sort of craftsman? Anyone with metalworking or?
In town, yes.
Okay. What's the setup we got here?
What are you looking to do?
Don't know if you need someone working billows while I'm killing some time.
Okay, so then that would be a craft check to earn income.
Would I be able to use my strength just to work some billows? I ain't doing nothing but being strong.
Oh, you're just willing to do grunt work?
I'm willing to do grunt work.
All right, so go ahead and roll me a athletics check for that one.
That is an 18 plus 13, so 31.
18 plus 13, 31.
Carry the wagon that doesn't have wheels.
You'll get 5 copper a day doing that.
And then I will lose 5 copper a day gambling.
That works.
All right.
Day 4. You guys have been poring over this. You've been sweating diseased over this. And here's where it happens. Fate die is favorable. Something happens. Now, you can pay 35 gold pieces for the other half of this magic item, or you can continue to work to negate some of that cost.
Well, Tristan, you're the finance guy here. So I'm willing to work, or we can wrap it up.
Let's keep working. Might as well save as much as we can.
How many days are you wanting to work on it?
We've already gone 4. How long does the rest of the group want to hang out?
I'm making money, so
For whatever.
I'm fine for whatever you decide.
I have a gambling problem. I'll be here as long as you can keep me away from the tavern.
There are troglodytes infesting a tower to Eridan.
How
So
far
who
away?
knows what they're doing?
How about another 2 days?
Another 2 days?
Or another 3 days. We'll make it an even week.
Even week? All right. Let's see. Did that. I'm gonna give you both. Are you both trained or experts in crafting?
I'm an expert.
Expert.
Okay. So for those extra days, I will knock off a gold piece for each of your work, so that'll drop the total down to 29.
All right. Then I'll knock that out.
As you paying for additional regions to get this crafted. And what you have is a specific magic item.
What level would it be? So I know where to write it.
It is going to be item level 3.
Okay. Is it in? You said it's in the book, though, right?
No.
No.
This is, you guys have created a all new specific magic item that I've been thinking about since you told me about this.
I didn't mean to do that to you.
Oh no, I like it. So you know how I told you it does 1d6 with the non-lethal
Right.
tag? It no longer does that, is it? Looks kind of like Kaz's fist.
Oh, I took her fist and put it in a glove. Sorry, Kat.
It is the Fist of Kaz. This +1 mechanical fist changes the damage to 1d8 slashing as if it were in tiger stance.
Tear trickles down Stanley's face.
And if you spend an action to activate it, you can turn it back to a normal +1 extendable fist. So it'd be the 1d6 bludgeoning non-lethal. So you can switch it to a non-lethal option, but its base form is, it looks like Kaz's fist.
Okay, does it have any traits?
It is magical.
Reach.
Oh, it's got reach
So it's got reach.
and agile,
Oh, shit.
as if it were an unarmed strike.
Oh, shit. I don't think I'd get that.
You guys rolled really well, and as I said, I've been thinking about this for 2 weeks since you mentioned it.
Yeah, something like that. And to be fair, Bobby has to be included on this because Bobby and I texted about it for a while before I text you.
But yeah, I looked at the items that were comparable for that level of specific magical item and feel like that fits in with that balance level.
And this is why you get dice, because you put in extra effort outside of the game. What are you printing?
And I'm even going to,
Assistant license.
I will type it up on the Pathfinder Tools template and send out the PDF
Oh,
after session tonight.
nice. All right. The Fist of Kaz. See, it just doesn't have a tool name.
And both of you now have the recipe on how to make the Fist of Kaz. As well as Stanley, you have the recipe on how to make the extendable fist, which is an uncommon weapon.
And what level was that in? That's just how my formulas broke down. Do you?
It would be a level 0.
Okay, so it doesn't matter.
Nope.
Cool. I just have all my formulas by level, so.
Oh yeah.
So extendable fist.
It's as if part of Kaz's essence that was in those hand wraps transferred into the item.
Feels like she's always right behind me.
R.I.P.
Big ups. Rest
Well,
in
I
heaven.
would pour one out for the homies, but I don't want to waste this. So
Was that a Bud Light?
yeah, it is.
Nah, you can waste it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good to hydrate. Drinking water is important.
It is.
Well, that's why you chug and
buy it cheap at Costco. So
That's fair.
plus, I normally drink whiskey, so this is like a eye opener.
And so you guys are going to head now to the Aaron Tower.
Indeed.
Do let's.
About how far away is this tower?
A couple hours march.
Hours.
Yeah, it's only about 15 miles southwest.
Oh wow! I'll be back in time to lose more money tonight. All right.
He's awful optimistic about it.
Yeah, I just won't let him handle our money.
I mean,
I agree.
the goat lady's a lot happier with you guys that you're sending somebody there to lose money.
Well, technically, with grunt labor, I haven't lost anything. I just haven't gained anything either.
Well, she doesn't know what you do. She just knows
And
the
then
big
Kristen
dumb
didn't
half orc
say it,
is.
even though I told her to, but she would have worked at
Well,
the
he was
church
still
for the
talking.
last 4 days and made income at the church. If she wants to make a roll on religion or something to make income.
Well, she would have only gotten 4 days of it because
Yeah.
3 of those were spent that. So give me a religion check if you want to earn some income.
I got a 28.
28. Really, what you're doing is helping out at the Hermitage, getting it cleaned back up. And he's a little bit broke. You're an expert in religion? Trained?
She's only trained. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm only trained in it.
Okay. You'll get 2 silver a day because he's a little bit strapped for cash at the moment.
That'll give Ben enough time to summon a new companion.
No, he got one from the.
Oh, that's
last
right.
dungeon.
He got the demon
Yep, he got
dog. They're a demon wolf.
the blood wolf. And with that, I think we'll start tackling chapter 4 at the beginning of next session so we can dive right into it fresh and hopefully have everyone here.
Hopefully. All right.
Yeah.
Well, thanks
I
for
will be
watching.
late.
That's right, because work sucks. It sucks being an essential employee. I understand that all too well. There's what?
Actually, the
4 of
stay-at-home
us.
order has been lifted, so no such thing as essential
Yeah.
employees anymore.
True. We're still essential.
Yeah.
All right. So everybody have a great night and hope you enjoyed this episode, and we'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye, everybody.
Goodbye.